Hello and welcome to Behind the Plastic, a show where toy photographers talk to toy photographers about toy photography. My name's Zach.
Trust me with this?
This is Jay. That's Sully. How you guys doing tonight?
So
Awesome.
so
Oh my God, I got responses from both of you.
so
Amazing. Hey, guess what? We have an incredible guest tonight, a certified wizard indeed, creating scenes and images us mere muggles only dream of. Everybody, please welcome Killcutter!
Oh, welcome, Chuck.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you having me on.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is
Thank
like
you.
how I feel right now. I can't believe you're
just
on.
so you guys know, we stood him up. We were like the cool kids for like a good well, to be fair, I asked him like a year ago, and then he was busy, and then when he got back to us, we were like on our little break. So we're like, yeah, I'll let him dangle.
Wow.
But in reality, we were like on break. So Chuck, hey,
And in
man.
reality, when Jay told us that you'd be interested, we were like, oh my God.
Yes.
All right, we got a clock to start here, Chuck. We
All
got
right,
to
lay
do
it
it.
on me.
12 minutes. Here we go. First of all, I got to know. I've been dying to know. How did you come upon the name Killcutter?
Oh man. You know what? It was one of those. I was just trying to come up with a cool name, and I was trying to mash up a couple of words together, and I don't know, it just kind of came together, and I was just trying to come up with something cool sounding. It's probably too aggressive, but I guess my photography kind of aligns with it, so I just ran with it.
I thought it was just the echo you hear in horror movies where the kill, ga, 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 ga. Kill, ga, ga, ga.
Funny thing, when I typed in your name just to kind of, I'm like, wait, what time did I tell him we're meeting tonight? Instagram actually told me like, hey, this is an offensive word. I think I hit like just
I know.
Same thing happened to me.
Yep.
And then I completed the cutter, and it was like, okay.
You
it's just
gotta,
Chuck.
you can't do two L's, I guess. But
Well, either way, it's pretty badass, dude. So
thank you.
I think it's awesome. So your shots are mind-blowing, mesmerizing, gorgeous, absolutely phenomenal. I mean, the obvious question is, what's your secret?
20 years of Photoshop work.
There you go.
No, I've always been into photography for a long time, and I've had a background in graphic design and stuff like that. So I've always, played around in Photoshop quite a bit in my career and just personal life. And just when I discovered toy photography, it was during COVID, and we were trying to come up with just like some hobbies around the house. And I knew I wanted to merge like photography with Photoshop. It's like a passion. And I was down visiting my sister, my nephew loves like Hulk, loves Marvel. And he was playing with this Hulk figure. And I remember thinking to myself, I wonder if I can make that toy realistic. And I legit thought I was the only person that ever thought of that idea. And then I went on Instagram and just started tooling around, doing some searching around. I realized there's this giant community of people. And I just took a stab at it. And that's how it all started.
I have a fun question for you. So I've seen you put it like cityscapes in your photos. So you being a fellow Chicagoan, what part of real life Chicago would you Photoshop and make that kind of its final thing?
I don't do really outdoor too much. I do like to composite like my own photographs whenever I can. So there was like just one or two I've actually done outside, and it was literally off my balcony. I live on the 19th floor, so I have a pretty cool view, and it works well with Batman and Spider-Man and things like that.
Nice.
But I mean those are really the only two I've ever done like outside.
I see. Well, as I was looking through your Instagram, I noticed, I went all the way back to the beginning, which isn't that far back,
No.
less than 350. But your first post was saying that you lost your previous account.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pull up your first shot from this current account. Okay. We're going to take a look at your first toy shot here. And I want you to tell us about how you lost your previous account. Why did you decide to post this awesome shot as your first one on this
Wow.
count. I know.
Yeah.
Look at this.
That's
It's crazy,
awesome.
right?
Jeez.
I don't know how I lost my account. I have no idea. And I must have messaged Instagram or Facebook 100 times and I got denied each time. So I really don't know what went wrong. Probably my name.
It was Killcutter back then too.
Yeah, and it was cool because I had just Killcutter as the handle, which is easier to say than Killcutter photo. But anyway, I digress. I was bummed, but I started over. And yeah, so this is the first one I posted in the new batch. And, you know, I love it, just an epic heroes pose, even if it's the villain. I just love it.
Yeah, I love it too. So how many shots did you have on your old account?
That one was only up for like 7 months. So probably less than 100, maybe. I mean, my shots take time. So I don't, there's not a lot of output. But
Still a ton of hard work.
yeah.
Yeah.
Have you reposted those old shots on the new account?
I trickle them in, but now
Yeah.
I'm at the point where like
Mhm.
I don't want to post any of the ones that I haven't posted because I don't feel like they're good enough. I don't know. I'm just my own, you know, worst critique.
Did it
You ever
hurt?
go back and try to reshoot those photos?
Yeah, that would be cool.
Or
yeah.
re-edit?
Yeah, re-edit probably because I always find little tweaks. Even today, I just, dang, I wish I would have fixed that part before I posted. But
Right.
you got to stop somewhere.
Oh my God, you're human just like the rest of us. Amazing.
2 weeks ago, I thought I lost my account. I was freaking out, messaging
It
me,
was.
guys, what the? And I was having like a little, like it's weird, right? It's like they're
Yeah.
just photos on this stupid like network, whatever. Like who cares? But like I was like I would have really been hurt if like all of that stuff got wiped.
Oh,
Did it
absolutely,
hurt when
man.
you like lost your account?
I'm sorry, what's that?
I said, did it kind of hurt when you?
Oh
lost-
yeah. I was bummed. I mean, I didn't have that many shots, but it's like you said, it's time consuming. It's hard work, and
yeah.
I was
Yeah,
proud of it, you know, and it just kind of sucked, and it took me a couple of months to even want to just start a new one, you know.
I bet. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, we took a look at your first shot on this new account. Let's take a look at a more recent shot. You know, when we could have chosen any shot and it would have been a masterpiece, but Jay chose the shot, so you know it's going to be a turtle shot. And it's also a masterpiece, so don't worry.
Nice.
Oh.
Awesome.
Jay, take it away.
The crazy thing that hits me here is I know all this shit by heart. There's like zero Photoshop here. This is just you being a badass and flexing with like very little to zero editing. Is that right? And I
That's
know it's right.
this is probably my least edited shot, and it's because I usually like to like extend backgrounds and make it feel like an expansive world, but this one just I got the extreme set, you know, the sewer set, and I was trying to figure out how to use it in a shot, and this kind of came together, and I love basketball, so yeah, this is one of my least edited shots actually, and for some reason this one is still going on the Instagram algorithm. Guys.
Yeah, I
Still
noticed it was
kinda
up past
moving.
8,000
Yeah.
likes.
That's
Which
so
is
awesome.
I mean, for good reason. It's a fantastic photo. This
So
is not the typical thing I think of when I think of Killcutter, right? But regardless, it's an amazing, perfect shot. I mean, that I would never have known that's an extreme set unless you except that you
Right.
said it in your caption.
Oh, I should have told you I hand built that.
Yeah, I would have believed you.
Made each brick individual.
Personally, I would have picked the Tyrannosaurus and the Jawas. Love that shot so much.
Chuck,
Well-
actually go, Mr. Tyrannosaurus. I was just going to ask him about his love for basketball and where that stems from.
I'm sorry, you cut out. My love of what?
Basketball, hoops.
Oh, always as a kid. I grew up in Detroit, but I was always a Bulls fan. I live in Chicago now. Huge MJ fan growing up. Lived and died basketball. Played it my whole life.
Nice.
Yep.
So you like I mean you said Photoshop is your thing, right? You've been doing it for a long time. What else were you doing in Photoshop before the toy photos?
I did have like not many posts on it, but like I started like an art kind of digital art.
Oh yeah.
Where I've got some things up there. Haven't updated that in years though, but I started tinkering around with more digital art and compositing, things like that, with stock photography and my own photography and things. And then, my wife would model for me from time to time when I wanted to do a crazy idea. And then when I discovered this, it was like the perfect marriage of like for real photography, lighting, posing, and not having to leave your house, which is awesome.
That's the best part.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, amazing. Okay, so tell us, I would consider myself a Photoshop novice. What's the thing I should focus on when learning Photoshop? Like, what's the big thing?
I'd say focus on getting really good at photography first.
Okay, fair enough.
And no, I would say start with the basics, like learning how to mask properly, learning the different tools, like the pen tool. All of it plays a part. So if your masking is off, then the whole thing looks off. You can't, color correct the certain photos to match the background. Things look wonky, right? So it's a combination of all of it. But you start with the basics. I mean, I learned it. I was pretty much all self-taught with the advanced degree of Photoshop.
Oh my God.
So it wasn't like something I learned in school. It's just practice and
practice makes perfect. I'm going to interrupt. I'm sorry. We have to get to the numbers game.
Bring it on.
Okay, Chuck, what's the most layers you've ever used in editing?
320 something. Yeah.
Wow.
If you ask
your computer starts like,
yeah.
Oh, I had to get a new computer because I couldn't even.
Oh my
work
God.
anymore. Yeah.
How many approximately how many hairs growing on a human head?
Wow. I guess it depends whose head.
10,000, a million.
100,000.
Okay, I was way off.
100,000.
No, you were in the middle there.
How old was George Washington when he became the president of the United States?
Wow. 48, 50?
57.
Okay.
57.
Close enough. How many teeth does a T-Rex have?
I should know this.
You should. You're the T-Rex guy.
Let's say 32.
No, but we're going to say yes for you. 32.
I'm tanking this hard. Go ahead.
All right, let's take that 32 and flip it. If 23 people are in the same room, there is an X% chance that two will have the same birthday. What is the X? You got 10 seconds, Chuck.
23, I would say 0.5.
According to Google, the answer is 50%. I don't know if I believe that.
I think that's a lie. Don't trust Google. Thank you so much for coming on.
Sully, J, and Zach. Behind the plastic is where it's at. BTP, Sully, J, and Zach. Behind the plastic is where it's at. IG to Discord, real or an overlay. Photoshop, edit, or just keep it raw within the frame. Here we go. Toy Pick community is where we show our love for the art form of figs when posed.